Hard labour, according to Elon Musk, could well be a thing of the past as he has declared the end of human work with Tesla's Optimus army. Whenever I see that term Optimus, I just always think of Transformers, but we'll stop with that 80s nostalgia there, or 90s, or whenever the cartoon series came out, and of course the Michael Bay films, which mix, but we'll not talk about. Let's talk about Tesla, because, like I said, Musk has declared that the end of human work is nigh. We will no longer need to work very soon, which, let's not get into the social and kind of financial ramifications of something like that. Some people might see that as quite a bit like a utopia. Some might see it as a dystopia. It's all how you really kind of fall on that one. But let's have a look at what he said here, because, Elon Musk makes some bold claims, shall we say, charitably. Not always following through on them, but, he's always good for a headline, he's always good for a story, good for a concept, but let's see how this may well play out practically if and when it does happen. Full story on the channel as always, guys. Tesla CEO Elon Musk made a stunning claim that could shape the future of technology and business. Speaking at a Tesla fan event in San Mateo, California, Musk said that Tesla could one day earn 30 trillion, not billion, not million, trillion dollars every year from its humanoid robots. Why? How? Let's have a look. Musk joined the Tesla owners of Silicon Valley takeover party through a virtual video call. It's a gathering of Tesla's biggest fans from around the globe. But this time, it wasn't just about electric cars. And in fact, that kind of makes sense given the fact that Musk is very much pushing robotics like this, and also things like AI as well, and robo-taxis, that sort of stuff. They kind of do seem like they're evolving to their next stage, beyond the cars, more than a car, But what's that actually going to mean? Let's have a look. Musk dropped some big news about the company's humanoid robot called Optimus. Yes, it genuinely is called that. I wasn't joking in the intro. It's generally called Optimus. But like I said when I spoke about a similar story to do with Optimus, at least he's not called it Megatron or Decepticon or something like that. At least he's kept it as the good guy. I hope that's a good sign. The third iteration of Optimus, Musk says, is finally the right one to be mass-produced after two versions so far that had not been mass-produced, effectively concepts, prototypes that didn't make it to production. Optimus, though, the third variant, that is the one that's going to be mass-produced, according to Musk. Tesla are planning to make a few hundred robots by the end of 2025. But that's despite saying that they would have produced a few thousand by the end of the year, shifting goalposts, as it were. But that is still a big plan nonetheless, and production is expected to ramp up further next year in 2026. Musk himself has described this robot as a mix of advanced manufacturing and artificial intelligence, two things that Tesla has been working on for years, mostly in the background, but also very publicly talking about it as well. Now, you're probably wondering, 30 trillion a year. That is more than the GDP of the United States, the entire country as a whole. Where's he got this figure from? Where's he plucked it from the air? Well, according to Musk, one day Tesla will be able to sell 1 billion of these robots every year. At a cost of around $30,000 a piece, that makes it 30 trillion. I mean, look, optimism is good around Optimus. That is a rather large number, to say the least. We'll see what happens, though. And from a business point of view, like I kind of alluded to in the intro, it is estimated that companies around the world spend around $50 trillion on human labor costs every single year. These robots would, of course, cut that massively, so that would save them a lot of money. Now, obviously, the ramifications of that are absolutely massive. That would quite literally put billions of people out of work. How are they going to get money? I'm not touching that. That is a massive topic for a very hypothetical situation that is not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, interesting nonetheless. Is this the first warning sign? Is Judgment Day upon us? Are the Transformers coming to Earth at last? All these questions I'm sure will be answered at some point in the future. But your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Like I said, a very big, brash, bold headline. A big, beautiful headline, some may say. But yeah, your thoughts in the comments below are appreciated as always, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, if you want to see more like this, there's never a dull moment around Tesla or Musk, is there? There just isn't. It's just not possible.